Hey guys, this time around I'm going to share with you a short video on how to create or generate what Zoom names recurrent meetings or sessions that are repeated over a long period of time. For example, if you are going to have the same session at the same time for over 5-7 days or whatever, you just set the sessions in advance and Zoom will generate a code for you to share with your students once and for all. That way you won't have to generate a new code every single time. It will save time for you, for your students, and also it will help us organize everything much better. Okay, so once you get into the Zoom website, just go to your account or mi cuenta. You click on my account, and on top of the web page you will see schedule meetings. Okay, you go to programación de programar una reunión or schedule a meeting. You click there, and here is where we create our recurrent meetings. Okay, as a template, I strongly suggest you use, we all use the same template. For example, I'm going to create a recurrent meeting for a 4:30 class I have. It's a course 1. So the idea is to create 2 sessions. Each session lasts for 40 minutes. So for example, I'm going to create a first session named course 1, 4:30 p.m. Luis y Mancas, first session. Then after that I will create the second session for the same class, same name, course 1, 4:30 p.m. Luis y Mancas, but this time I have to name it second session. So that means that the first session will run from 4:30 to about 5:10, 5:15, and the second session will start at 5:30. That will give you guys a gap of about 15 minutes, which you can use to assign some tasks for your student to work on while the second session starts. Holding a 2-hour long session is exhausting. It's pretty hard to keep students right there. We have some problems regarding the connection, etc. So this 15-minute break will give us time to unwind, refresh, get them work on the textbook, and then when you get back to the second session, you just move on with your lesson. Okay, so I'm going to generate my first session. Let's go back to the home page. So that'll be course 1. Course 1. That's a 4:30 p.m. Luis y Mancas. That's first session. Okay, that's it. That's course 1 at 4:30 p.m. You can also add the room, for example. Well, or just leave it like that. Okay, course 1 at 4:30 p.m. Luis y Mancas, first session. Then from today, that's the day. Today is March 18th at 4:30. Here you have to set AM or PM. That's PM. It's gonna be my next session, and I look for 4:30 session, which is the closest one. 4:30 p.m. Now these sessions we're gonna be holding last for 40 minutes. So forget about this. No matter how you set the duration, it won't work because it's only 4 minutes top. So we just scroll down here. This is very important. Recurrent meeting or reunión recurrente. You enable this, and then it will show all these options. Recurrency daily. Okay, you set it daily because it's gonna happen every day. Repeat it once every day, one time every day, until I think the end of the cycle is March the 30th. Okay, March the 30th, I think. Yes, March the 30th. That will give you 7 events, 7 days where you can meet your students at the same time, from the same time to the same time. Okay, and you just scroll down here, required password. to meetings, please make sure to disable this option, because the idea is to make it as easy as possible for our students. So don't have your student input any password, just disable this, so they will just add the code or the session ID, and they will be taken to the session directly without having to input any password. Then video, okay, video on for both for the host and the participant. Next, audio from the computer, or you can use both. From the cell phone or the computer. I would choose both. Then options for the meeting. Enable to enter before the host. This one could be a good option, because if you allow them to enter the session before you as the host, it will give them some time to set the microphone and everything. Okay, so just that would be the one box that you should or could possibly enable before setting your session. Mute participant, don't do that. Enable waiting room, not necessary. Record the meeting. I mean, it's up to you. If you have enough storage room on your computer, go ahead, but I'm personally going to do it manually. Okay, if you enable this now, it will start recording the session automatically from the very beginning. If you decide to record sections of your meeting within the section, that will be up to you, and you can do that later on. So just don't do it now, because it will start recording your session automatically. So just we double check. The most important thing is that the dates and the time and the name of the session are correct. So that's course 1 at 4:30 p.m. Luis Manca's session, first session. Okay, everything is correct, the time, PM, everything. Then I save the changes. Okay, so now next time you go to my account, on the left you have meetings. Over here, meetings, and it will show how many recurrent meetings you have already set. For example, for today I have at 4:30 p.m. I have course 1 at 4:30 p.m. Luis Manca's first session. Okay, now I'm going to create the second session for the same class. I have to repeat the same process. I go to schedule meeting, then I have to name the session the same way. That's course 1 at 4:30 p.m. because that's the time, the usual schedule of the class. 4:30 p.m. Luis Manca's 4:30 p.m. Luis Manca's, and now second session, okay, which will run from 5:30 to 6 p.m. Okay, that's course 1, 4:30 p.m. Luis Manca's second session. Now here it will start today. Now I make sure that it says PM again, and as you can see, the sessions run every 30 minutes. I already set one at 4:30. I don't need to set the second one at 5 because I will still be running like 10 or 15 minutes more. I will go to the second hour, which is 5:30. So first session starts at 4:30 p.m. and the second session will start recurringly at 5:30 p.m. So I set that. Remember, you don't have to change this because we only have the basic account. Now here, recurrent meeting. Okay, you enable this daily, once every day, until March the 30th. Okay, that'll be 7 recurrences. And then remember to disable requiring for password. That'll be much easier for you and your students. And then again, video on for the host and the participants. Audio from both, from the computer and the cell phone. And then enable participants to enter before the host. Yes, you don't need to check the next boxes. And then make sure again that you name it correctly. course 1 at 4:30 p.m. Luis Simancas second session, and it will start at 5:30 p.m. today. So I just save the changes, and that's it. Now when you go and check your meetings, let's check what's going to happen. It is going to show you. You go to my account, my meetings, right here on the left, and there you go. Now you have all the sessions for your course 1 at 4:30 p.m. The first session starts at 4:30 p.m. and the second session for the same class on the same day at 5:30 p.m. Alright? So there you have everything. For example, today, first session at 4:30, second session at 5:30. Tomorrow, first session at 4:30, second session at 5:30. I already have different schedules because I had also created the same thing for my semestral class, which is at 10:30. As you can see, the first session begins at 5:30 and the second session at 11:30. Then for the course 1 at 4:30, the first session begins at 4:30 and the second one at 5:30. This will give us, guys, a 15-minute break in between each session, where we should highly recommend our students or have our student work on some tasks. It could be, I don't know, a link, the book, the platform, whichever you consider better fits your own classes, to get them engaged and to take advantage of this little break. And also it will be good for us to take a little break, maybe to, I don't know, refresh yourself, get something to drink, because holding a 2-hour-long session is exhausting. So it'll be really good for both the host, the teachers, and the participants. Okay, so then next time all you have to do, for example, if you want to start your 4:30 class, you click on Iniciar, you start your session as you usually do. You see, it's important that you start the session at the appointed time. Once you do it, the platform will take you to the chat room and will show the code that you have to use or share with your students for them to join the class. Or you can just go here. Sorry, you can just go here, go to my meetings, and then next to the class or the meeting, you have the ID session for the reunion, which you have to share with your students. Okay, as you can see, for example, for the 4:30 class is 732-468, then tomorrow 723-468-100 is the same code. So students, all they have to do is just to keep the same ID for each session, and then they know at 4:30 I have to input this code, this ID session, and then at 5:30 the second one. You don't have to generate a new code every single session. All you have to do is to tell them this is the ID code for the first session and this is the ID code for the second session, and have them do it every single day until the end of the course or the week or whatever long this takes. So guys, that's it. Your pieces of advice, suggestions, everything you can contribute with will be highly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching.